Hey, what's going on, guys? Jim the Game Guru. Today on this video I'm gonna try to do something a little different. Typically I've been doing a lot of Switch gameplay, still gonna do Switch gameplay, but I think for this video I'm gonna mix it up and do something that I've been playing a lot on my phone. And I'm huge into board games along with video games, and I love deck builders, and I'm a big huge fan of deck builder games. So I know this is more of like a mobile app. Oh, it's like, oh god, oh no, why are you doing a mobile app? This sucks. Yeah, a lot of mobile apps and games really are terrible, and they're terrible because of the freemium, they're terrible because of the microtransactions, but they're not all bad. I find that a lot of the board game apps and a lot of the card game apps are actually pretty good. They're good for the money. Like, a lot of them you can actually buy for $5 and you get everything. You know, there might be some expansions of the games that you have to pay for too, but once you buy those expansions, you're golden. You don't have to pay for anything else. And Ascension is one of the games. So I'm gonna go into the App Store here. I'm just gonna show you what kind of the packs that I've actually purchased for this. A lot of these were like $1.99 and then up to $2.99, I think, for the highest. These sets are all available physical, and if you're ever gonna get into Ascension, then this digital version is the way to go. I mean, it is awesome because you can pay peanuts for the sets, because if you buy these in physical, I think like Return of the Fallen is $19. The base game of Ascension is $35. And I'm talking about like physical releases here, when you actually buy the physical card game. Storm of Souls, another one, for like $40. Immortal Heroes, I believe that's like $19. Rise of Visuals, $40. Darkness Unleashed is $17. All those physical prices is what you're gonna pay when you go for the physical version, obviously. But with the digital, all of these are anywhere from $1.99 to $2.99. They give you the full set. So it's a great way of testing the game before you actually decide to buy the physical releases. Like, I'm so glad that I went in there and did this, because a lot of people love Storm of Souls. I tried Storm of Souls in this. I wasn't really a huge fan of it. Like, I love the base game, and Rise of Visual was really good. Rise of Visual and Darkness Unleashed together are one of my favorites. The other one I really liked too was Valley of the Ancients. So what I'm going to do with this video is I'm going to play two games. I'm going to go 1v1 against the computer. I may win or I may not. It's because I'm going to have it on hard mode, and it's really hard to beat the computer on hard mode. A lot of Ascension, there is some skill with Ascension, but there's a lot of luck in Ascension too, because you can't mess with the other player, and a lot of it relies on the flop. And you'll see what I'm talking about in the flop. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go play two games so you can see how it plays. And the games go really fast. Like when you do 1v1 against computer, and I'm gonna do 1v1 versus computer with a limited honor pool, which is 60 points. So when you do it this way, each game I think is like maybe 10 minutes, if that. So I could do the base game, but I want to show you some of the cool things that the other sets have. So I'm going to do Rise of Visual with Darkness Unleashed, and then I'm going to do the Valley of the Ancients, so you can see kind of like the different mechanics of the two. Alright, so let's go ahead and start it up. So right here, this is the difficulty. See, that would be normal, but actually normal is very easy. I don't think I ever lose against the computer on normal, but on hard mode I do lose almost 50% of the time, because it's really challenging. So let's go ahead and start it up. But this game is a great game. I wouldn't consider it one of those games that you play as a kind of like a really crazy head-to-head competitive type of game. I feel like it's more, out of a lot of the deck builders, it's more of a casual. style. Okay, so this here in the center, you have the center row. This is where you can actually buy cards, and the reason why they call it a deck builder is because deck builders are games where you start off with a starting deck. It's really small, like probably about 10 cards or so, and then you end up buying cards and using those cards with special abilities to expand your deck and make it bigger. There in Ascension, you have 60 honor points with this particular game, and you could have more if you wanted it to. And what you have is you have the center row where you buy cards. These guys right here in the red are monsters, right here. And these monsters you actually have to defeat. So anything with like this red combat damage on the top is you build up combat damage in your turn, and you also build up what's called runes in order to spend money to buy cards that have the rune costs up here. The cultist is an enemy you can defeat anytime as long as you have 2 combat damage, and you can't kill anything in the center row. These little guys here, the mystics and heavy infantry, they'll give you more combat and they'll give you more runes, and they are kind of like a fallback item that you can buy if you can't buy anything decent in the center row. Alright, so now it's my turn. I'm going to go ahead and play this. So now with Rise of Visual, one thing that's different is, so in the base game of Ascension, you only have the combat and you have the runes, and then of course you have the honor, right? In Rise of Visual, what they do is they have, and Darkness Unleashed combined, they have an energy mechanic. And what happens is every time I play one of these treasures, it'll allow me to draw a card and then build up energy to then have kind of combo effects on certain cards. I'm going to go ahead and play all my cards. So now what I have is I have 4 runes and I have 1 combat. I can't kill anything at all. So my choices right now is Truth Seeker or Temporal Eye. And with Truth Seeker I get to draw a card or banish a card in the center row. And then Temporal Eye has 2 treasures underneath it. This is a good card to have if you have another one, and then you can actually banish it and take another additional turn after your turn is over. I'm going to buy this only because it has the 2 treasures. And this, and then perfect, and then this guy came up on right after that, which allows me to get a mystic or heavy infantry, and I'm going to acquire that too. And that's the end of my turn. With Rise of Visual and Darkness Unleashed, you want to build up energy as much as you can, because if you don't, it becomes harder to get these nasty combos. And the cool thing about this set is that there's cards that will actually do transformations. So you buy them as one type of card, and then if you have enough energy in your hand in your turn, and the card is in your hand, it will actually transform, which I'm a huge fan of. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 heavy infantry, and the reason why I'm doing that is so I can build up attack during my turns, because you want to have enough attack to kill things, but at the same time, Ascension's like a very balancing type of game. You want to have a lot of attack to kill monsters, but at the same time, you need to have money in order to buy things, or else something will end up getting you in the end if you don't do that. Either you'll have a deficiency somewhere, and then a lot of times when you buy cards in the center, you want to buy cards that are from different factions, because like the purple faction, which is Void, will do a lot of, they typically do a lot of card banishing to thin your deck out. And then the reason why you don't want to thin your deck out is because you have a lot of starter cards. Well, those starter cards later on become filler cards, and the Void allow you to get rid of it. A lot of the Enlightened class, which is the blue, gives you a lot of crazy things like copying effects from heroes and drawing more cards. Lifebound is usually something that gives you a lot of money or gives you a lot of honor pool points that you can consume. And then what is the last one here? What am I missing? Oh, Mechana. Mechana is, they don't have a lot of crazy abilities in Mechana, but in Mechana is the brown one. You'll see them pop up. But the thing about Mechana is they have a lot of points on the cards. So like this one right here, if I were to kill this right now, it would give me 5 honor, and I can acquire a hero or a construct with 3 or less without paying its cost. So I'm going to go ahead and defeat that. So this will allow me to get one of these guys. I'm going to go ahead and acquire the Mystic, because that's going to give me money. Because remember, you want to do a balanced approach, because if you do too much attack, you'll get a lot of honor, but during like on the battlefield, but you won't be able to purchase anything, which is not good. And again, I'm playing the computer on hard, and it's really challenging to beat. So I may beat the computer, I may not, and I'm not going. You know, that the purpose of the video is not to show you, oh, I'm the best Ascension player, because I'm not. But I do play this a lot on my phone when I'm out and about. It's a great game. Okay, so now I'm going to play all these treasures because they allow me to draw extra. Well, not draw extra, but draw another card and build up my energy. I'll go ahead and play the Temporal Eye because that draws me a card. I'm going to play this. So when you're playing the cards, you can either drag them or you can double tap them. I'm actually doing this on the laptop because I'm using Chrome OS, and I have my Android app on here. So what am I going to do here? So I have 4. So you see these little points here underneath the cards and the stars in the bottom left? These are points values of the cards. So in Ascension, at the very end of the game, when it scores you, what's going to happen is your score is going to be whatever honor points you take here. These are like kind of like victory points. Whatever these honor points / victory points you take on the battlefield here, plus any honor points from your cards that you have in your deck. So this card is Blackwatch Vanisher is going to give me, a Vanquisher is going to give me 2 points toward the value inside of the cards inside my deck. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do, what am I going to do here? I really like this card because this guy will transform, and let me show you actually. So if I get enough energy, this guy will turn into a hero that gives me two runes and 2 combat. And right now it only does 1 and 1. But I'm going to go ahead and acquire him because I really like him. And then I'm going to play the Monastic Tutor. So this guy, he allows me to get a Mystic or Heavy Infantry without paying its cost. And then I could put the card in my hand if I have 1 energy. And I have 3 energy. So I am going to go ahead and get a Mystic, because now it's in my hand and now I can play it. In which I'm going to go ahead and get the Vanquisher. So I'm doing this guy right here is awesome, this Jacob Cobra. He's ridiculously powerful. I want to get him, but odds are I'm not. Computer's probably going to steal him. Oh, he didn't get enough money for him. Okay. And neither am I on my turn, because I only have 3 combat and 3 runes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to vanquish this guy. And see, I have this little icon down here. This is my discard pile. So this is my whole entire deck. This is my discard pile, and I have 0. And I was hoping to have cards in my discard when I vanquish this guy, but I do not. So let me see. Can I buy anything with 3? No, I cannot buy anything with 3. If you tap over here on your deck, you can actually see what kind of cards you have in your deck, which is kind of nice. Okay, so I know I have that. So we're looking at my deck. What I have is I have 2 attack. I have an attack card. I have a card that gives me runes. I have another card that gives me money or attack. And then I only have 2 mystics. So I want to do a balanced approach here. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably not going to banish any of these cards because I need all 3 of them. Typically, yes, I would banish it, but I want to buy another Mystic. So now I have 3 Mystics and 3 Heavy Infantry. So let's see what the computer is going to do here. Yep, vanquish. Oh, and when he killed that monster had an ability to kill my construct. So there are cards that are called constructs, like these cards right here. See, this is a construct. What happens with constructs is when you play them, they will stay on your side the entire time. They don't go back into your discard pile. And, oh wow, this is a crappy hand. They don't go back into your discard pile at all. I'm gonna... Ooh, that guy is out too. This guy is amazing here. How much attack do I have here? I think I'm probably not gonna be able to get this guy. I think the computer has way more attack than I do. So I'm gonna focus on trying to buy some of these guys here. So I'm gonna get a Mystic instead, and hope that I can get that later on to come up right in my hand. It's hard on the computer to drag the card over to where I need it to go. I'm using the touchpad here. I'm praying that I can get at least 5 to get Jacob, because this guy is super ridiculously amazing. I didn't even see what the computer bought. He probably bought another heavy infantry. Okay, so here you go. Here's the transformation. So my squabbling guy transformed, and now he's going to give me 2 and 2, which is awesome. Okay, ooh, I have a lot of money coming on. So, okay, so that paid off for me. So now 2, 2, 2, 1 is 5. So, this guy, this construct gives me more point value in my deck. It allows me to draw a card when I have 5 energy. But this guy is just sick, because he gives you 3 honor points when you play him. And then if you transform him, he'll actually give you 6 when you play him, and then any honor you gain from another card this turn, you gain twice that much instead. So I really want to transform this guy later on. It's just a matter of whether or not I'll be able to transform him. That's the hard part. Let me go ahead and see what... Oh my god, I was so close to killing this guy over here too. That sucks. So let me go ahead and grab this, because I want him. I'm go ahead and play this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Look how close I was to killing this guy over here. I just needed 7, and all I have is 6. This happens to me a lot in this game, especially when you play the computer on hard. For some reason, I always come up short on certain combinations. Do I want to get this? Yeah, I do. You want to buy center cards as much as you can, because there's a reason why they're in the centers, because they're good. You don't want to... Sometimes I know some people may not want to buy a center card to prevent the other player from getting a good card, but if you fall too much on like mystics or heavy infantry, you end up... sometimes that can hurt you. Yeah, computer's going to go for the construct. I kind of figured he would. Alright, let's see what happens here. See, I don't have a construct right now. So here I can acquire a heavy infantry or a mystic without paying its cost. What am I going to do? What am I going to do here? So what do I need? I need 3 for that? Oh, that sucks. Okay. I'm not going to get 3 energy, I don't think. I don't have a construct, so there's no way I'm going to get the bonus one for that. Okay, so we got that. I guess I'll just get this for now, because I want to see what flips. Yeah, and there's another card that computer's probably going to end up buying. Okay, well, so I'll do this. Gives me 4. See, it would have been so sick if I could. See, this would give... I can get a heavy infantry right now, put it in my hand. But that's going to be 6 again. Again, coming up short to kill this guy. I'm going to kill this guy, because it'll... see, and look, I came so close to getting more honor points, too, if I had more energy. Because I want the treasure in there. So I'm going to do this. I think I will buy a heavy infantry and then just slap it out so I can get some extra points. So I'll do this so I can get some more points from the cultist, and we'll go ahead and continue. The odds are the computer is going to end up killing that Erebus exiled guy, and this guy he's pretty sick because he actually turns into this guy where you can defeat, you actually can defeat any monster in the void without paying its cost, and he gives you 7 points in your deck, which is pretty sick. And anything in the void is right here. This is the void. These are all, like, every time you kill a monster, they go right into that void. Alright, let's see what I can muster up here. Yeah, this is already getting pretty crappy because I don't have any card deck thinning going on. Oh man, this dragging is not good for me here with this. Alright, so I do have 5. So this is cool because this card will allow me to buy any card and put it directly in my hand. When I acquire a hero or construct, put it right in my hand. This guy, and they both give me the same amount of points, but this one gives me more money. I might go for this one only because it's got a treasure underneath it. I mean, but this card right here is like a free card to play because I can draw a card, which is cool. You know, I want the treasure though because yeah, let's see how many treasures I got. See, I've only got 5 treasure in my deck, which is kind of lame. So let's go for this. And let's kill this. I don't get the bonus reward from it, which stinks. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and end my turn. And see, now Jacob came up, but I can't transform him because I don't have any treasures. And this is why you need treasures. And if I ever want to pray that Jacob transforms, I need to get as many treasure cards as I can. So this is only 3. This is going to be a shitty hand right here. Yeah, okay, this is what I like to call dead hands. I mean, even though I am getting something, I'm not getting anything from the center or defeating anything in the center or acquiring anything from the center. So I feel like this is where it becomes like a waste. Like I'm basically, this is a hand where I'm acquire like a mystic or a heavy infantry and get nothing else. I mean, I do get to kill this twice, which is cool, so I get 2 points there, but in the computer on hard mode, like, even though I'm beating him 20-11 right now in the field, he's going to end up having massive combos later in the game. He always does. Like, toward the end of the game, there's a massive combo he'll pull out when it's on hard, and he's just going to wreck house. This is not bad right here. This gives me 6. This guy right here is silly. He gets to copy a hero in the center row. But this guy right here gives me 4 and gain an additional 1 for each one energy you've gained this turn. That's so good too. I don't know what to do. I'm probably going to do this guy, and the reason why I'm going to go for this guy is because there's still 29 points left in the game. So the odds are I'm going to be able to play him maybe 2 more times. And then every time I play him, he's going to give me... So that's 8 points automatically I can count on. I wish I had 1 more for this guy. But whatever. Okay, so let's do this guy. And I'm hoping that will pay off for me, but we'll see. Maybe not. It'd be nice if another Temporal Eye comes up. Okay, so let's play my treasures. Come on. And draw another card with the Temporal Eye. This guy's going to give me a Mystic or a Heavy Infantry. And I get to put the card in my hand, which is nice. Oh, beautiful. So here we go. That's going to give us 6 to buy. I could go for this, but this guy here I'll be able to get. Choose an acquired hero that costs 6 or less without paying its cost, and defeat a monster 6 or less without paying its cost. And then if I energize it for 2, I can do both actions, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to grab myself a Mystic. And then, there we go, so we can grab this guy. This guy is awesome, too. This guy is really cool too. I'm gonna go with this because of the treasure. Again, I'm trying to transform some of my guys. No, I do not want to banish any cards. Oh, I got rid of by buying that guy. Oh, when the Fate card. Okay, so here's Fate. When this enters the center row, banish each card in the center row, treasure underneath it. That's awesome. So that got rid of that big monster, so the computer can no longer kill it. This first game's going to be a little longer only because I'm trying to explain certain things, but when I get into the Valley of the Ancients, I won't explain as much, and you guys will already know based on what's happening from this game. I'll even explain the different mechanics in that version, but other than that, everything else is probably going to be about the same. Okay, so I have no energy, so I can't get any rewards. So the base with Ascension is only combat and runes, like I said before, and you don't have abilities like Fate when things come in. You don't have the energy ability. And that's the reason why I wanted to show you guys this one, because it has a little bit more mechanics. This has a trophy, this creature, so later on I could banish this to gain 2 energy, which is really cool. So I definitely want that on my side. So I can do this. Banish defeat a monster with 5 or less without paying its cost. I am... What do I want to do here? Let's go for this. And of course, the other temporal eye comes up right after that. That sucks. Okay. Well... I think I'm going to go for this. Oh, cool. I will probably end up getting one of those. I didn't realize this set had 2 of them. Okay. Alright, so the beacon. This one, if I play it, it will reveal the top card of my deck and put it in my hand. So it's drawing a card, and if it's a treasure, I gain 3. Let me see if I have any treasure in my discard. So I have... Wow, I have 5. Six. And how many does my deck have in total? 7. So they're all in my... They are all in my... Well, one's in my hand, so there's none. Alright, well, I'll just play this to do a draw. Yep. Okay, so I'll play this now. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I can't transform... Okay, actually, this is... No, this is not transforming. This is gain additional 1 for each energy you... Okay, so that's cool. So this is the guy I said about earlier that he would give me 8, because I'll probably be able to play him 2 more times at least. I might be able to play him 3 times, because he came out kind of early after the shuffle, which is fantastic. Oh my God, I have 6. I mean, I would love to get this card. That'd be silly. I could go for the Temporal Eye, but I'm not going to, only because I know I have one now, which will allow me to have I can banish 2 of them to get a second turn if I play it. Only reason I'm not going for that is because there's 2 of them, and I doubt the computer will buy 2. So that gave me more honor. Yeah, see, it's only down to 16 points, so I don't know if this will ever come around again. Maybe? I don't know. I'm going to go for more card point values. This guy gives me 3, even if I don't transform him. I'm going ahead and kill this, because this gives me a trophy of 1 energy that I could use later on. And that's 3 energy right there. Right there, 3 energy. When I banish it. That's good. That's going to allow me to transform that guy. If I get him again. We'll see. Yep. Killed him. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I do have Construct, so this gives me more. Alright, so now I have 6. I'm thinking right now, card points in my deck. That's the only thing I'm thinking about right now. Because this guy will give me 1. This guy will give me 1. So that's even if I buy these 2, because I have 6, it's only going to be 2 points. I'm going to go for this because he's going to give me 3 in my deck. And then I'll hit this for 1 and end my turn. Wow, what a hand. Garbage. And this is where deck thinning comes into play. If I had deck thinning, I could get rid of the Militia and the Apprentice, because they're just total garbage cards right now. Alright, well that sucks. Wow. That was terrible. Okay. And then this is where the luck comes in too, because it depends on what you get on the draw. And look at that. Look how unlucky. I had this guy right here that I could transform, and I can't transform him. I cannot transform him because I only have 3 energy down here with these guys. If I had 1 treasure card in my hand, just 1 stupid treasure card in my hand, I would be able to transform him. That's just garbage. Garbage luck. Okay. Let's see what we got. So combo points. This guy is going to give me, like I said before, I could play him twice, and I did. I played him twice. I got 9 points out of that, which was great. So I got 2. So I might as well just get this. And no, I'm not going to banish anything, because that guy's worth points. And I'm going to play him, because he's going to give me another 3 points. So I have 38 on the field. I'm going to go ahead and kill that. And end my turn. I think computer has last turn. Yeah, it does. So when he gets down to 0 honor points, the person who did not go first gets the last turn. And let's see if I won. I did. I beat him 81 to 66. So you can see here, I gained 39 points on the field, 42 points worth of cards in my deck. He had 39 points worth of cards in his deck and 27 points on the field for 66 total. Alright, so now let's go to Valley of the Ancients, and I'll do a quick game of that. That'll be less explaining, except for the nuance and the mechanics of that game. I haven't played that set in a while, so it's only because I've been playing Rise of Visual more than Valley. I think usually I play Valley of the Ancients and maybe the base card set together, but yeah, I think I do. And I'm wondering if I want to do that this time. No, I'm just going to play Valley of the Ancients. Okay, I'll leave it on hard. So Valley of the Ancients, the difference, so this one does not have the energy, does not have transforming. And in this game, I'm sorry, in this set, there are things that are called like life and doom tokens. And you can actually, and there's temples. And what you can do is when you buy cards, they will give you either like one of these life, like this one right here. See, gain this. If I had this out, when you play a Mechanic Construct, you gain a life token or a doom token. And then what happens is when you get those, you can gain temples. And the temples, they move all around the board, meaning that if the computer plays cards that gives him a life or death token, he could steal those temples from me. So I'm going to do this because this Void Hero gives me 2 attack and it generates a life token. I can't remember if they're tokens or whatever they are, currency. I'll just call them for this video. I'm just going to call them tokens. Death and life tokens. Alright, so let me play all these cards. Sorry, so this is cool because this one gives me 3 honor points, and then when I play it, also if I unite, which means if I play this lifebound hero with another lifebound hero, I will gain a life token. See, man, this guy right here is awesome. I want him so bad, but I just don't have the money for him. I'm going to do this. And I still have 2 left, and I'm going to go ahead and get a heavy infantry for some attack. In Valley of the Ancients, I've noticed that a lot of times the difference between winning and losing is if you have all the temple cards at the end. Because there's 3 temples. There's a life, death, and then there's one that is the immortality temple. And if you have all 3 of those at the end, that's 20 points that those 3 cards give you. And there are times where it's down to that 20-point swing. Well, it'd be a 40-point swing, because if you lose all 3, you lose 20 points, and the other person gains 20. And a lot of times it's down to that. I'm going to do a heavy infantry. I could have done the Beacon of Lost. It's got an echo ability that's unique to this set too. I don't know if it's unique to this set, but it wasn't in the other sets that I played. But that is, you gain an ability effect if there's no cards in your discard pile. And that's really hard to do. I mean, sometimes you can get it down to 0, but... So they're going to go for that. Here I am. I'm 1 short again. 1 short again from getting this Stalker, which is kind of annoying. I'm going to get 2 of these heavy infantries. Because right now, the board has nothing but things to buy. So, like, you can say, okay, well, why aren't you buying, like, more Mystics now? It's because I know that later on, and that's one thing in Ascension, is that this board is going to change. It's stuff that require money right now. But if I go and start getting money stuff and nothing but money stuff now, the board can change to nothing but monsters, and then I have no combat. So I'm preparing myself. I mean, the computer's doing the same thing. He's preparing himself because he knows the board is going to change eventually. And all these cards are so much. They're like super high value. Now I'm going to go for a Mystic because I need, again, you have to do a balanced approach. And right now I think I have, what, 4 heavy infantry, and now I have 1 Mystic. So I'm going to start buying a few more Mystics to kind of balance that out. But if monsters start showing up on the board, I'm prepared. And the computer is doing the same thing. He's going to start buying Mystics. Because he went all out and bought heavy infantry as well. Yep, so I'm going to do another Mystic. And odds are he'll probably end up getting the first high card value here. My guess, he's probably going to get this guy. Or if he ends up breaking it and going beyond that, he'll probably get this Excavator. He definitely wants this Excavator. The computer on hard mode loves Mechana Constructs. If there are Mechana Constructs in play, he's going to eat them up as much as he can. Alright, so we're tied on the field right now with 7 honor points each. So I'm going to play this. That'll give me another 3, which is really nice to have. It's really nice to have this card early because of that honor point ability. See, now the only thing I can do is I can get a heavy infantry. That's it. I just didn't have enough money. And I might end up getting screwed in this game with money. I can see it now. Unless I can get some of these Mystics in a row. Yeah, so he's going heavy infantry again, too. So play him. Card order does matter in this game, by the way. You don't want to just hit play all. Because the card orders and sometimes huge, massive combos you can get in this game depend on the sequence you play the cards. Like, I mean, it's like a huge difference. I mean, there's times where if you just, okay, you said screw it, I'm just gonna play whatever I have in my hand. It could be a difference of getting like 4 honor points and killing 1 creature or whatever to having a massive, huge combo where you get like 30 honor points. And I've done that before. I've done like 30, 40 honor point turns. And by the way, when you're playing these games, you're not explaining things along the way, and you're actually in and you're playing them. These games don't take that long. I know it's taking a little bit longer than expected on the video, only because I'm explaining as I go. I'm gonna get this one, and the reason why I want to buy that one off of there is because I don't want. This guy allows me to shuffle. I don't want a card that has a temple ability to be left out there on the field, or else he'll snag it. In Valley of the Ancients, you cannot leave cards that have temple abilities out there. Oh my god, he just killed that. Wow, see, he just got a ton of points for that. Okay. In this set, he probably ended up winning. He'll probably end up. Oh my god, he just beat that for initial. Yep, here we go. Okay. Right now, the computer is crushing me. I can tell he's got more points in his card, in his deck, and he's also got. Oh, this is actually not bad right here. I can kill this and gain 5 runes, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, I don't have any other money cards to go with that. See, now I got the Temple of Life because I ended up getting a life token. Now, if I were to get another life token in this turn, I can gain control of the Temple of Immortality, and I will gain 2 runes every time that happens. Oh yeah, this right here is sick. If I don't buy that card, I'm a moron. And that's it. That's all I can do. But every time that the computer gets a token, like see, he just bought that card. If he ends up getting a token with that card, he can steal the Temple of Life from me. And he just got that, so he get the Temple of Death. So he's got Temple of Death, I got Temple of Life. I'm going to kill this because I want to see what comes up on the flop. Nothing. This card is really annoying. This card is... When I play it, I gain 2, but I have to put the top card of your deck into your discard pile, then banish a card in your hand or discard pile. And it's just... That mechanic is so freaking weird. It drives me nuts. Because there's times when I do that, and a good card will go in my discard pile, and then the next card I draw is freaking like an apprentice or a militia or something. And I just, yeah, I don't really go for those ones too much. I really want to kill that skeleton, but he's gonna end up killing you here. Now there you go, boom. So now, since he has a Temple of Death, he gets a death token, so now he gets a Temple of Immortality. And the cool thing about the Temple of Immortality is you can guess a faction, and the minute you buy a card, if the next card that comes up is that guessed the faction you actually were guessing, you gain it. Oh, this is cool. Oh, I don't have another card to do Unite with. Damn it. Okay, that sucked. I think I'm going to do this guy. This guy gives me a ton of money, and he will... Oh, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Shoot. Yeah, he's got me. He's got more honor points than me, and he's got both temples. So he's probably going to crush me here. And you just pick that up. This will be interesting here at the end. Well, if I get another turn. I can't remember if I'm last or if he's last. Okay, I'm last. Cool. Alright, let's see if we can play this just right. So this will give me 2 runes, 2 combat, and 2 honor if I unite. So now if I unite this, boom, 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 and now I get life token, boom, and I take away the Temple of Immortality from him. That's huge. Because that was 10 points right there that was in his possession. So do this, and do this. So I have now 6. This guy here is worth 4, which is worth it. So, but before I do that, let me go to the Temple of Immortality, and I'm going to go ahead and guess. So I'm going to do what? I am going to buy this one. Nice, I was going to buy this one. Templar Outpost. Yeah, because he's going to give me 4. Okay, so this says, when you acquire a card of that faction, if the next card to enter that row is also that faction, acquire without paying its cost. Okay, so I'm going to choose Enlightened. And I'm going to buy this Enlightened card. I got to pray the next card is Enlightened, because if it is, oh, it's not. It would have been mine for free. Okay, no big deal. Boom. Boom. So now I have 32 points, he has 36, but the key factor here is I stole the Temple of Immortality at the end. That was a 20-point swing, and let's see if I pulled it out. Nah, he beat me by 4. And yeah, I think it's because of the constructs he had in his deck, yep. See, oh no, we both had 39. No, he just had a little bit more attack. That was the difference. We tied on the values of the cards in the deck. It's because he killed more monsters than I did. That could be the difference. And yeah, well, anyway, that's how it is with hard. It's always going to be a close game. But that's it. That's Ascension. It's an awesome game. It's a great game to bring in casual players too. I own a lot of the physical sets. I own the Rise of Visual. I own the Darkness Unleashed with it. The Valley of the Ancients, the base set. I have Return of the Fallen. The other one I want to get is there's like a pirate themed one, which is really cool. I think it's like Skulls and Sails or something. I can't remember what it's called. But that one has a different mechanic. That's not unfortunately that one's not available on the digital app. I hope they do add that one later in the digital app. But other than that, I don't think there's too many other sets that I want to get physical. I think the other sets I just play here on the digital version of the game because I'm not too crazy about them. The ones that I really do love are the ones that I already bought physically. But it's a great game to get people into, like even like casual card players or something on the base set of Ascension. I don't think they have any problem getting. I mean, I've had a couple casual players pick it up and learn it, like, oh yeah, this is awesome, this is fun. But I enjoy it, and my family and friends enjoy it too. But it's this is just something I play quite a bit on my phone and stuff, and I just wanted to kind of show it and record it and show you guys what it's all about. But this is Ascension, and oh, by the way, this right here is just the theme. You can actually switch the theme because this is one of the sets. And so if I were to go to like menu and to go to where is it, options, you can choose whatever theme you want, and it just changes the music, and it's like if I did Rise of Visual, for example. See, now Rise of Visual looks like this. So it's cool. I mean, I like it. The ones I really like the Valley of the Ancient one too, which is kind of neat. And this one, and the board actually changes too. So it'll change the board, the music, and all that stuff. But I think that Gift of the Elements is one of the ones that I really, as far as themes in this digital version, I really like. But that's it. That's Ascension, and thanks for watching, guys. And if you're into cards and gameplays and stuff like that, then I definitely would pick this up. And if you like video game gameplay, please subscribe, please like, please leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching.